In the city, loving life and trying to survive. But there's not enough time, and there's not enough wine in the world. Basically adulting. Basically adulting.
Hey friends, it's Erin Waddell.
And Luisa Diaz, and welcome back to Basically Adulting.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back.
It's just Luisa and I on this week's episode.
Did you miss us?
Yeah, we just wanted to give you guys an update on kind of like what's been going on in the world / what's been going on with us.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks we've had guests come on,
Yeah.
and I think that, or I hope that you guys are enjoying that new structure. Excuse me, ma'am. Do not walk on the computer.
Ask her producer.
But I hope you guys are enjoying the new structure of having the guests on there and enjoying listening to their perspectives on things that they've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
Because we could talk
day
and
all
night
day,
about
yeah.
shit that we've done and what we've gone through, but I think it's nice to sometimes get that
fresh perspective.
right.
Yeah. I hope you're loving it. Tonight we got same old $2.99 wine from Kroger that they're always sold out on.
I know when you see that wine, you have to just there's always
You have
maybe
to grab
like,
3 or 4.
Yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 left, and you just always have to just buy the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know, because first of all, you can never have enough wine.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, you never want to run out of wine. And third of all, it's
A great
cheap
deal.
and gets the job done.
Yeah. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers to February, because
Mm.
I'm gonna say it, guys. This is where we start the new year. What was January? That was
A shit show.
That was a shit show, and we should have canceled our membership a long time ago.
So there's this song by Parker McCollum. It's called Hell of a Year. And I feel like that song describes January. And we've only, it's day 3 of February. We still have a long-ass way to go, guys.
Like, everybody in, saying goodbye in 2019 is like, 2020 is going to be our year, yes!
Yeah, and then, all this shit happened.
First month of January, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Meghan and Harry leave the royal family.
Which, that happened, first week of January.
Yeah.
Shook, to us that follow the royal family, it shook us to the core.
Yeah.
It shook me to the core because I follow that.
Well, yeah, and I'm just invested because you're invested in
Yeah.
it. And you would come home and...
Erin came home one day and I was like, so, Meghan and Harry, and I'm just, talking about them I fucking FaceTime Meghan every day.
Yeah, and Meghan has, called you to update you on the status of where they are and what they're doing and whether the royals are going to support them or not. And I literally could just be like...
She literally was like, who?
Who is Meghan? I know a lot of Meghans. My
Yeah,
sister's
you
named
do.
Megan. I have a lot of friends named Megan.
But yeah, that shook us to the core because I called it a couple months ago. I said it to a couple of people and I was like, I can kind of see them leaving. And it was like, no. And somebody at work bust down the door to the break room and was handed me the article because it was breaking news. And I was like, shut up. And I invested all my time and energy for the first week of January.
She didn't get any work done at work.
No, I didn't. Into Megxit is what they're calling it.
To Megxit?
They're calling it Megxit. Because, Brexit.
Megxit. What?
Brexit, that's a whole nother topic for another time.
What's a Brexit?
Brexit? UK left the EU.
Oh.
So
History
they're calling
lesson?
it Brexit.
Oh.
History lesson for all of you who didn't know. They actually succeeded, and they've officially have now left the EU as of last
Is
Friday.
this current?
Yeah, as of
Oh.
last. They've been trying to
So
pass
it's
that.
not history then yet?
Well, they've been trying to pass it for 3 years.
Oh, shit.
But everyone's like denied it. Now they've officially, and now they're like, whatever their currency is, like tanked today because of it. So
You need to get down.
we'll see how they do.
So they're calling it a Megxit.
They're calling her leaving her. I'm just gonna say it, guys. She kidnapped Harry. She did. What's the word?
He seemed to be going willingly. I saw a little video of him today.
Oh,
It's
where
like,
he fixes her hair.
Yes, and I'm like, that's so,
attentive man.
so cute. When she gets like put on a necklace or something or an award or whatever.
Oh, I know. Or
And
her
he
like her.
fix her ponytail.
Yeah.
Hey, I would like a man to do that for me. If
I
I'm,
would too,
if
but
I'm
Megan's
being-
not the man for him.
Well, she's a woman, so. So I would really hope that she's not the man for him.
Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Megan is not the woman for him. I'm so sorry, Megan. I did not mean to call you a man. Oh my goodness.
Too much of that cheap ass wine.
Only
Okay.
had 2 glasses.
In other news, besides Meghan and Harry leaving the royals, there have been more pressing things that have happened
Yeah.
in the last 30 days of 2020. One being Australia basically being
on-
100% on fire
Yeah.
and people living in the ocean
Yeah.
to
pretty
get away
much.
from the fire. And
Yeah.
all the animals that have
Been rescued by good, what do they call it?
Good Samaritans.
Samaritans, yes.
Samaritan.
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 I'm like, I was going to say Samaritarians or something. Mixing
You're
Samaritan
thinking-
and humanitarian, yeah.
But also, just think about all the trees, everything that has just been burned in people's homes. It's just so devastating. And we actually looked it up that Australia is almost the size of the U.S. So it would really be like the U.S. being on fire.
Yeah.
And us having to, either go to Mexico or Canada or go jump in the ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
If you're in the center of the country, it's hard for
You're
you.
fucked.
You're trapped.
Yeah, you're fucked, and it's just horrible. So, guys, there's still being donations being made. So, if you guys would like to donate anything, we will link up a GoFundMe page on our bio on Instagram for the next week. So, it will be up there if you guys would like to give anything to help out the wildfires.
The GoFundMe page has already been created. We're just going to link whatever link that is onto our Instagram page.
Yes.
So, prayers to all those people in Australia being affected by the wildfires and
Those poor animals.
poor animals in the country.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that happening to us.
No. Another giant thing, guys. There's a plague going on.
The coronavirus.
The coronavirus. And no, not the alcohol, guys. Not the beer. This
Not
is an
drinking
actual...
too many Coronas on the beach.
I called this plague in... When did I call it? In November.
You just keep on calling shit. Maybe
I
you
do.
should run the world.
I'm right.
You're like,
This
guys,
is going to happen
I
whenever.
can actually see the future, so you should probably listen to me.
I called it because there was a news article about this couple that went... Because it started in China. This couple went hunting, and they ate a wild rabbit. And that's how they contacted the... Contracted, I was right, yeah. Contracted the virus. And then it just, slowly, built up from there. Because they were like, oh, it's only spread to, maybe 2 other people. And I was like, you know what? You can't trust them. They're not telling us anything. They're not telling us the whole story.
Well, did you see the story about the Chinese vlogger who ate
Yeah.
a bat and she, filmed it?
No.
Yeah, so she's been getting a lot of backlash on
Because
that.
that's how it's also spread through bats.
Well, yeah, she obviously didn't. It was a video, I think, from 3 or something years ago. And she,
They need to get their
posted
people
it.
together.
And she's been getting a lot of backlash for it, and she had to make a public apology on YouTube for it. She's like, I
Good.
didn't know.
You
I
didn't
didn't-
know.
But I mean,
I mean,
in
they
China,
do eat
they
random
eat
stuff.
random stuff
yeah,
all the
it's not-
time.
yeah.
So it wasn't it was not a rare thing for people
Yeah.
to.
She probably
eat
like bought
them.
it at the supermarket and didn't clarify it on her video.
Yeah, who knows? I
Who
mean,
knows? But still, like I called it a couple months ago because I was like, they're not telling us the whole story. They're like, it's contained, we got it together, and then come January, they're like, oh, by the way, like someone literally
spread to the U.S.
they're literally like, oh, by the way, 1,000 more. Literally, that was the article. It was like, and within a day, 700 people in China were diagnosed with the virus. I was like, I'm sorry, what? And you're just finding this out as well?
Well, I think it'll.
And what sucks is like the symptoms are just like the flu.
I think that they'll come up with a serum counteractive
already
virus.
did.
Yeah, so I think it'll be under control.
People,
here pretty
wash your
soon.
hands. Don't forget to cover your mouth and nose.
Excuse me.
Don't. Someone at work, I was like, he's like, just don't lick the stairs. And I was like, oh, like in the Elf.
Don't lick the stairs.
No, like don't lick. We were just making fun of it. Like don't lick the escalator where you put your hands in.
Oh.
I was like, no, we don't want to get it.
Don't eat like gum off of the street.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
Yeah.
was like Elf.
Yeah, like don't eat gum off the street. Don't make out with random people you don't know.
Yeah. You don't know where they've been?
You don't know where their mouth has been. They could have the coronavirus.
Yeah. So
Tell them to wash their mouth out
Yeah.
with soap. As my
Some
mom
bleach.
would say. Well, my mom wouldn't say that. My Nana would say that.
Bleach.
No, soap.
Oh,
Bleach. That is like child
well, because
brutality.
I said bleach, and you're like, no, my Nana would say that. I'm
No,
like,
I said soap. I said wash your mouth out with soap.
Oh, back
If
in the
you've been-
days.
If you've had your mouth washed out with bleach,
you're dead.
you wouldn't be dead. You would have
Well, you
probably
would have to
sore.
call poison control.
Not if you don't swallow it.
It's still been in your mouth, and like, what if a particle of your saliva has it?
I don't think you would die from one little particle.
I would still be careful.
Maybe don't put bleach in your mouth. But if you're just like washing it out, you don't swallow the soap, you spit it out.
I've never done this, so.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to teach you. Say a naughty word and I'll just scrub some soap
No,
on your tongue.
My mom never did that.
I never
It was
really.
spanking.
Yeah, no. Anyways, we're off topic.
Anyway, so yeah, the world might have been falling apart. Just
And
a
then-
tiny bit.
And then there was also an earthquake in Puerto Rico that also shook the earth literally.
Yeah. That, like, nobody, like, it wasn't, like, so much was going on, like, nobody even knew. I don't
Yeah.
even think it made it, like, mass news. But it was, like, a 7.7 earthquake.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like, man, Puerto
Puerto
Rico
Rico-
needs a fucking break, man.
Yeah, Puerto Rico's gotten quite a few earthquakes within the last 6 months.
That's just not good.
Not cool.
And they're, like, still recovering from the hurricane, and it's just like,
Yeah. Praying for Puerto Rico.
praying for Puerto Rico, guys. Praying for the whole world, really.
Yeah. And then really sad news about Kobe Bryant
Yeah. It was
and his daughter and everyone else
in the
that was in
crash.
the
Yeah.
accident. That really was really difficult
To
pill to
stomach,
swallow.
yeah. We couldn't believe it. We were actually getting ready to record
Yeah.
when the news came in, and we were like, no.
I thought it was one of those hoax
Yeah,
posts that
'cause
normally.
we had Fernanda on, and she was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, no, there's no way that's a hoax. Like,
Yeah.
no one's got anything better to do. And we Googled it, and it looked like other people were confirming it, and
Crazy.
in the back of my mind, I was like, I hope, like, he's just, like, really injured, like, and he's okay, because I'm still processing it,
Yeah.
and
It's just very, like, sad, and I can't even imagine what him and his family are going through, and he just touched so many people's lives, along with the other people that he was with. Like, everyone new, like,
Yeah. He was such an icon.
he was such an icon. And I think you read me this post a couple
Do
of
you want
days
me to pull it up?
ago. Well, I'll just give them the gist, but it basically said that world, look at what's happening. This icon that everyone looked up to, everyone cherished, everyone appreciated his talent and just his place in this world, and everyone from every types of different backgrounds, black, white, Mexican, people living in like mansions all the way to trailer houses, like all coming together to support this tragedy of a death, like an instant accident that no one could ever have imagined happening. And it's just kind of all brought us back on the same level. Like, just because you have
Different
everything,
political views, or like you're rich or like you're poor or whatever, like this death kind of like shook us to the core and like brought us like I don't know, just kind of like brought us back down, like
it
put
brought
our feet back on the ground. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, where you're from, what your background is, how high of a level of education you have, whether you're good at sports, whether you're a brainiac, whatever your story is, it doesn't matter, because life is so precious that you need to hold your loved ones tight and give them a hug, tell them that you love them every single day, because you never know when your last day on this earth is going to be. Yeah.
And it's scary to think about that, but that just makes living
so much more precious.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes it so much more worth it to live every day to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
Be who you are. Don't care about what other people think about you, and just live your life the way that you want to live it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Just got all my feels. But
Yeah, guys.
sending lots of prayers to his
like,
family,
yeah.
everyone who is hurting from this loss, and
Yeah, all his loved ones.
yeah,
Like,
a lot's happened in January.
a lot has happened, and
I'm sure
we
a
were
lot
not
of,
prepared for it.
I'm sure a lot of good things have happened too, but you know, the news always outweighs the bad from the good,
I know.
and it always oversees the good.
We should start our own news channel where we just report good stuff, you know? Like, a
Okay.
puppy learned how to walk today. Or, oh my god, a puppy got, what are they called?
Adopted?
No, that too. Prosthetic legs.
Oh yeah.
And he learned how to walk. Or he's going to swim for the first time. Stuff like that.
Are you telling us, or is this an example, or?
No, this is stuff I've seen.
Okay. I mean, there's plenty of good things that happen, and I think as a society we need to share the good as much as we share the bad, because I think as human beings we're drawn to drama and negative things that happen to other people, and
Yeah.
if it's not happening to you, you're like, oh, it's not like that bad. But like, if that shit was happening to you, you wouldn't want people watching or sharing or talking shit about it.
That's another thing that like disgusted me about like the whole Kobe's passing is like TMZ just like released it without confirming anything, and it's like they didn't even police weren't even able to talk to his wife or his family to be like, give them a heads up before any of these news channels said anything.
For most of the day on Sunday, it said only 5 people were in the helicopter, and then
At one point it said that the whole Kobe Bryant family was in there.
Yeah, I think that they just wanted to be the first ones to report anything and then backfire or backtrack and be like, oh, well, I think that's what's wrong with the media today in any sense, honestly.
Yeah.
But in a situation like this, when there is a death of such high altitude, I mean, anyone really, like, you would never say who it was.
Yeah.
Before the family knows. That's just
and
so
start naming people that
inconsiderate.
you had no idea. You know, they were naming some actor, and he was like, my family was calling me up like, I'm seeing that I'm dead on the news.
Yeah.
Like, it's
So inconsiderate and
it's just, it made it
little
10 times
disgusting.
harder on the family, if anything, you
Yeah.
know? I just can't imagine, like, because he has a 17-year-old daughter, like, her being on her phone and, like, I don't know, like, gets on Twitter and one of her friends is like, hey,
like,
and,
it
like, she
says-
finds out through, like, Twitter, not even her own mom.
Yeah.
Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking. The whole situation is heartbreaking. What happened, it could have been avoided. It, you know,
Yeah.
things could have happened differently. And, I mean,
There's so many factors in it, and
it's just, it's
It's
hard.
sad
It's
and-
hard to accept it. And it just, I think it's a lesson for everyone to literally just take everything that you have and hug them tight and appreciate the small things and the small blessings that you have in your life and be grateful for
what
the
you
good
have.
things that you
Yeah.
have in your life, because everyone has something that they could be grateful for.
Yeah, honestly. So, you know, we're sending all our love to Laker fam and the Bryant family,
And everyone involved in
and everyone, and all the other families that were involved on the crash.
Yeah. And also sending our love out to just the world, and hopefully February can be calmer.
A new fresh start.
and-
It's a new month,
A new
fresh
fresh
chapter.
So if you guys hadn't been watching the news, that's kind of a little recap of what's
Just a
been
little
going
recap.
on.
And it was only January.
We've only lived 30 days out of
2020.
Yeah, 2020. So
Man, when they said the Roaring 20s were gonna be roaring, I didn't think they would be this roaring.
they literally came toppling down. Like they,
Rah!
you know that Kevin Hart meme and goes, "She wasn't ready." That's basically the world right now.
Yeah, we were definitely not ready.
Definitely not. But February, new beginning. Lots of stuff going on in February.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
like in our own personal lives.
Yeah.
I'm going to Chicago from Wednesday to Sunday, so we'll be there for 4 nights. Kelly and I are going. She actually won a trip. I think we talked about it on her episode.
Yeah.
But that's coming up, and we get to go around and be tourists for a couple of days, and it should be a lot of fun. It's gonna be low 30s, and there's a 60% chance it's gonna snow one of the days.
You know what you should do? Go buy a disposable camera
Oh, I can do that.
and take pictures.
Okay.
When I was in New York, I took 2 disposable cameras and I finally got them developed. And some of the pictures, okay, my nighttime pictures are not the greatest because obviously I don't know how to take pictures in the dark. But some of my other pictures turned out like really good.
Mhm.
And they're memories to keep for a lifetime.
I'll have to do that. I'll need to do it tomorrow, actually. if
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Well, just go to like CVS. They're right there.
I know, but I just have to add it to my list of things to do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to Chicago. Unfortunately, while we're gone, you guys are having the Valentine's Day party, so we're gonna miss that.
We're going to FaceTime y'all though, right?
I know, yeah, y'all are gonna FaceTime. Mel last night was like, I know who got you, and it's great. And so I was like, well, you're gonna have to FaceTime me then.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm excited.
That's so exciting. Oh, I'm so excited. I love this Valentine's Day. Should we tell them what we do?
Yeah, why not?
Was last year the first year we did it?
Yeah. So the Valentine's Day party is all of us girls get together, and it's like a secret Santa exchange, but secret Cupid exchange. So we all have our gifts or whatever.
You get your person and you have to get them like,
There's like a limit on like how much you can spend, but it's all online. So you decide what you want or give them ideas
Your
of
wish
like
list,
your
yeah.
wish list. So you give them your wish list on what you want, and at the Valentine's Day party you exchange the gifts, and you have to like guess who got you
Yeah.
your gift.
You have to make sure your name, like you put the person's name on the gift. And so then, they'll go up and like pick the gift, see what they got, and then they have to guess who it was. And I think they get 2 guesses, right?
Yeah, and you just like turn it into a drinking game, and if you get it wrong, you have to
Oh,
drink,
yeah.
and if you get it right, they have to drink, and it's very fun, and it's a lot of the stuff is like sexual stuff, like lingerie or whips.
Kama Sutra books.
Yeah, whips, handcuffs, like silly stuff like that can be
Yeah. And
used at a later time.
yeah. So it's just light and fun.
Yeah, it's always fun to just get together with your girlfriends, drink some wine, open some sexy gifts,
Yeah.
panties.
And then you go out afterwards and have a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
So
I'm sad that I'm going to be missing that, but we will be FaceTiming you,
yeah.
and it'll be fun.
It'll be so much fun.
I'm excited.
Can't wait. All right. What else do we got going on in February? Oh,
Well, Valentine's Day.
yeah, but we're single as fuck, so why does that matter?
I know, but I just think that there's just a stigma on Valentine's Day, and
Will you be my Valentine?
I will be your Valentine's. I will. Is it Valentine or Valentine's?
I don't know. Because is the S silent at the end? Because it's V-A-L-E.
Well, it's Valentine's Day.
Will you be my Valentine? It's that
It
one. Yeah.
And then, like, yes, I will be your Valentine. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be your Valentine.
You emphasize the time.
Well, sorry. Yeah, so on that note, boys suck. That was a juicy one.
There are no words to describe boys. I was going to call them men, but you know what? They don't even deserve that fucking title
No.
because they're basically children.
They are. They act like children.
They do.
And then they want to call us crazy.
It's like,
We're
you're
not-
so confusing. It's like, I'm sorry,
Bitch.
what?
I'm sorry, what?
I laid it all on the table for you.
I've literally said, this is what I need. This is what you need to do
I
to
gave
make me
you the
happy.
fucking cheat sheet. What are you talking
I
about?
could literally write it all down for you if you wanted me to.
They still wouldn't fucking see it.
No. They would, like, read between the lines. Like, no. All you gotta do is read the words, be nice, text me back, cook me dinner,
Give
rub
me
my
attention.
back, give me attention.
It's
Love
literally,
me.
it's literally like, it's like, I saw this meme. It's like, I'm pretty much like a golden retriever. I just want love, attention, and food. And cuddles. Is that so hard to ask?
No, I don't think it is. But the reason why I guess we're so bitter is that we've put ourselves out there, we've made connections, gone on some dates, had some fun, made connections with guys, and like started, you know, putting feelings out there,
Yeah.
which girls, don't put feelings out there until they put feelings out there for you, because it's way easier to walk away from them than it is to walk away after, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
With a heavy heart, with your heart on your, it's just, it fucking sucks. You know, you're a girl, you read your horoscope tells you fucking shoot your shot, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I am. Because you feel so fucking confident in the, like, where that certain relationship is going. You know, I fucking sound like the girls from The Bachelor. That's what I'm starting to sound like.
So I think our frustration actually comes from developing feelings for someone that you thought was on the same page as you, that you've had conversations with about this topic, about, you know, you always have to have that talk when you start seeing someone, like, not right away, obviously, but a couple months down the road,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, like, I just want to make sure that you and I are on the same page, and
Yeah.
are you sleeping with anyone else? Are you?
sleeping-
I'm not sleeping
No.
with anyone else.
Okay.
Cool,
Okay,
like, we're both
good.
not sleeping with
Yeah,
anyone
right.
else.
Great. I like the pace where this is going.
Yeah, like,
no rush, nothing.
I'm not asking you to be my boyfriend, but
No.
I'm just asking, like, cool, you're not sleeping with
You're
other
being
girls.
sexually healthy.
Yeah. So after that conversation, you're feeling good. You're on a high.
You're on a high. You're
like,
walking on sunshine.
Yeah.
And you get fucking burned.
Well, I feel like...
Not burned.
Yeah, I wouldn't maybe go that far.
You get ghosted.
Not Australia.
Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. But I think after that conversation, us as women are like, that's a great sign. We're on the right path. Like, he thinks the same thing that I do. And a couple days later, no texting back, no, like...
Are you even alive?
It's like 4 days later, I don't even, like, I can't even understand the concept
your
or,
mind...
like, what's going through their head, because...
Just like we go down...
Week, you were talking to me every single day, and then we have that conversation, and then it's like you fell off the face of the fucking earth.
Yeah, it's like, are you even alive?
Do you even care?
Do you care?
Do you even like me?
You fall down this fucking rabbit hole of what the fuck did I do wrong? Because you didn't do anything wrong. You did nothing wrong. You didn't say anything wrong. But you start thinking these things in your head.
Yeah.
And the anxiety just pulls through and you cannot eat.
Yeah. It's literally like
and they don't get that. They don't understand that.
Chest.
You cannot leave a girl hanging like that.
I mean, okay, if that conversation scared you off, just fucking have balls.
Yeah.
Get your balls out of your fucking stomach and just say, hey, I think we're moving too quick. I want to sleep with other girls still.
Yeah.
And then I would probably be like, cool.
Not
about
sleeping
that.
with you.
Yeah. And then you're in control. But
yeah.
The fact that they have the conversation with you, tell you what you want to hear, you're feeling good, and then they just stop talking to you, not cool, guys.
No, it makes you feel so
pathetic and used.
It's literally why girls don't like to put themselves out there.
Yeah. They
don't go and shoot their shot most of the time because this is
what it hurts when...
This is the reaction you get, and it, like, makes a girl that's, like, super confident, like, feel so insecure.
Yeah.
And her own feelings and emotions, and it's the worst. It is the worst feeling to be sitting, like, with a pit in your stomach, like, you are literally in just, like, this, like, tunnel vision, and it fucking sucks.
It really does.
It sucks.
I've literally had someone be like, I like you so much. You're a keeper. I'm not sleeping with other people. He did tell me he wasn't gonna, like, didn't have time for dating. And I'm like, that's totally fine. We can still hang out, still talk, whatever. Do what we're doing now. Like, we're not dating.
Yeah.
But we can still do what we're doing now. And then after we had that conversation, it was like he started reading another book. I mean, the chapter closed and, like, but don't tell me I'm a fucking keeper if you don't want to keep me.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Hashtag eye roll emoji.
Literally, like, that little Mila girl with her hand in the air.
Yes.
Just, ugh. Literally, like, guys, I put myself out there. Like, I had that conversation. I started that conversation, and I was so fucking nervous. And I was like, am I going to have this? And I was like, yeah, I am going to have this conversation. And I did it, and it was fine. And I literally had the biggest smile on my fucking face after I left.
Mm-hmm.
And then didn't hear from him for 4 fucking days. And I was like, what the fuck?
And then he acts like everything's cool.
He
and
acts
just
like everything's
hey, what's
fine.
up?
Like, we've been talking for days. And it's like, did you even know I was alive?
Yeah. I don't get it.
It's...
So we were talking to a friend earlier today, talking to him about this situation, and he's like, just don't put any energy into it and start putting your energy into something else that is returning that positive energy back into you, because, I mean, y'all, there's like 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
The fact that one guy has the power to even make you feel smaller than I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
It
has
makes
the,
you feel so little.
yes, to make you feel like to belittle you.
Yeah.
So just the fact that a guy has the power to even make you think that you're smaller than you are and to belittle you, or just to not give you the courtesy of a conversation that they changed their fucking mind,
Yeah.
don't even waste your energy on it.
No.
So this is actually us just venting, because this is kind of a current situation that we're both going through, and it just helps to talk about it and bitch about it. And then
Maybe some of y'all are going through it too.
yeah, I mean, it's a very common thing that I think happens to almost every single person.
Yeah.
But I think talking about it, venting about it, and then moving on from it is the best way that you can handle the situation.
Yeah.
So this is us bitching about it. If you guys have any input, let us know, because, or if you have any reasons why people do this, because I know it's not just guys that do this, girls do it too. However, I'm not talking to girls, so in my book, girls are cool.
Right.
So, but I understand that it's not just a one-sided thing. Like, I don't hate all men. I know girls do this shit too.
Yeah.
But from my perspective, men are doing it to me. So,
Men suck.
boys suck. Men are gentlemen, know what they want.
Men are a whole different breed.
Smart, yeah.
You know, they
Don't
hold the
even
door open
categorize.
for you.
Don't-
They ask you. They say good morning. They say have a good night.
But the thing is that these boys used to do that, and then you talk to them about one thing that's scary, and they don't know how to have a conversation or communicate what they're feeling, and then they just run away and hide under a rock.
Yeah.
Or in another girl's vagina.
It's like a Dua Lipa song. Talking in my sleep at night,
Making myself crazy.
And it's like, I'm not getting over you if I'm under you. And
Yeah.
it's like, fuck yeah, I'm not.
It's like, 1, don't pick up the
The
phone.
phone.
You know he's gonna call and he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in. You'll have to kick him out again. 3, don't be his friend. You know he's gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him.
I got no rooms, I've got no
I don't think that's how it is.
That is a song.
Okay.
It sounds like I've got no whims, right?
I don't know.
Oh.
Anyways, there you go. Little sing sesh. Anyways, so if you are feeling sad or like this, we've created a mood playlist
Yes.
on Spotlight. On
A spot. Well, I created it. Aaron's now contributing to the Spotify
Yeah.
playlist. It's called Mood Rainstorm, right?
Well, it has a rainstorm emoji,
Yeah.
and so Alexa always says mood rainstorm on Spotify.
Oh yeah. So that's the playlist. If you're in a mood, it has a variety of songs, from like sad songs if you want to cry, or just like angry songs, you know?
Just emotional
songs that just get you in that mood.
Because sometimes all you need to do is just cry it out,
Mhm.
and you're like, I feel like once you start crying, and have you ever like cried
And
in
you're
the
like, why
bathroom?
the fuck am I crying?
But have you ever cried in the bathroom and like you look in the mirror and you're like, pull your shit together, and you like look at yourself and you're like, all right, I'm good.
Well, I usually cry in the shower in the car.
Well, like I've cried getting out of the shower and looked
That's
up
the
and
worst.
it's like,
and your eyes are all red
Yeah.
and your nose is.
and you're like, okay, that's not a good look. Like,
yeah,
don't do that.
yeah, and like your
But just-
eyelashes like are all
but-
stuck together.
But when you see it, you're like, oh my gosh. You're
wasted tears
yeah,
on
you're
someone
so-
that's not worth
You're
it.
so much better than
Yeah,
what he's giving you. Don't give him the time of day anymore.
no,
And we're telling you this, but we're really telling ourselves
this.
Yeah.
So
So, anyways, that's our TED Talk.
thanks for joining our TED Talk.
Please join us next week. We'll have a guest next week, so we won't be like ranting on about
Yeah,
our personal love lives.
catastrophe.
Yeah. Hopefully, February will be way better.
Way better. You know, we'll just have to go over that hill that's called Valentine's Day.
I think, honestly, just not focusing on finding anyone in particular and just focusing on ourselves, and that's when we'll truly be happy and not put any effort into anything. And if something comes along, cool. If not, cool.
Yeah.
Like, you and I have each other. We have a really good support system.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need anyone.
No, we don't need anybody, but it's like, okay, I just watched Miss Americana with Taylor Swift. Totally recommend it, guys. Whole new respect for her. But it's not needing somebody or anything, but she says when she's won, I think, like, Grammy for Album of the Year, it's wanting to share those experiences with somebody. And it's like, I don't have anybody to call except my mom.
Well,
It's not a bad thing. Like, I love sharing stuff with my mom, but it's, you want that
but you also
partnership to
have-
share.
Yeah, of course. But you also don't want to be in a toxic relationship.
No,
or
no,
be
no.
with
Don't
people,
settle either. No, no,
Or be
no.
with people that are rude and don't give you the time of day. Only
Or
when
treat
it,
you right, yeah.
or when it's only convenient to them is when they talk to you. Like, that's not something that you deserve, and you shouldn't want to be sharing those experiences with them anyways, because
No.
they don't deserve it.
No.
So, the true thing for happiness, or the true way for happiness, is to love yourself, do what you want to do, and love will come. Don't rush it. I act like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm just hoping.
don't.
I'm just hoping for the
You
best.
know, we love giving you guys relationship advice. We really do try.
People ask us,
Why
don't you-
I hate that when they're like, "You're single? How are you single?" And it's like,
no, that's not what I was going to say.
oh,
I was going to say, people ask us why we don't have boyfriends, and we tell them that the coaches don't play the game.
oh yeah. You coaches got to get out there.
We play in a coaches league.
Put me in the game, coach.
Talking to myself. Coach, I'm ready. Anyways, we're getting off topic. But I hope you guys have a blessed week, a fabulous February, and I hope you tune in to our next episode. We're going to have a special guest
Yes.
with interesting things to talk about.
Yes.
So let's cheers.
Cheers to, the next, 11 months of January, and to hope that they're the best.
What?
What did I say? January?
You said the 11 months of January.
Because you know what?
Why?
I meant to say 2020. But that's what January.
No. All right, let's do our cheers again.
Oh my god.
All right.
That was a good toast, though.
Yeah, except for your fuck up.
Okay. All right, guys. Cheers to the rest of 2020, and that brings us many joy and fun.
New beginnings,
New
new
beginnings.
experiences, new happiness.
Yes, summer's coming.
Heck yeah. Abs for days.